Alright everybody, welcome to this bonus edition of Voices from the Planet. I am your host, Eric. We don't have a real episode for you this week. We've been super busy with the holidays. Hope everybody had a happy holiday out there. Hope everybody's Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate was good. So haven't had much time to get with any guests and do any recordings for the podcast, but I do have an episode to give you guys this week. This episode was back when I first started the podcast. It was actually recorded back in October, in the car on the way to work one day. Me and my son in the car just started driving. I kind of was rambling on about whatever. At that point I wasn't really comfortable yet talking into the, recording by myself or keeping a conversation going. So, I apologize if it's a little weird. There's some silent moments. I didn't really do any editing for this episode, but I did cut out and delete some of the dead air. There was a bunch of it where it was just kind of driving and it was quiet. So I tried to cut out some of that stuff, but you'll still hear just the random ramblings of a man with a podcast, I guess. So this one is just a throwback, I guess, to when I started the podcast. Nothing special, I don't think, but we're going to put it out there just so we have something to give you guys a little holiday bonus episode. It's pretty much it, I guess, for the intro. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll edit in some of the songs. In this episode, at one point, I kind of talked about how me and my friends, we started our own record label, Lab Munkeez Records, and I tried my hand at being a rapper, which was kind of fun. I did, in high school, they have a talent show here called Brown Bags to Stardom, and in our senior year, me and my good friend Chris, shout out to Crimson, what? Me and him, we rapped for the talent show, and came in dead last. We got to see the scorecards and saw that we were the lowest scoring act, but that was fine. We were told that we were the first rap act ever to perform in front of their own school for this Brown Bags to Stardom competition. And then I found out the following year that a rap group actually won the whole thing, which was kind of interesting, that maybe we paved the way for hip-hop artists such as the younger generation. I don't know who these guys were, but apparently they rap. But that's good for them. That's good for hip-hop music in general. But yeah, so I'll edit in some of the songs that we recorded with me on them. Just know that I'm not a real rapper. I just tried. I'm a big fan of hip-hop growing up, so it's only natural, I guess, that listening to hip-hop music, you want to try it out, write some stuff down. So we made some beats and did a couple one-take recordings. So both of the songs that I'm going to use in this episode are one-take recordings. So I hope you guys enjoy them. But yeah, so check this episode out. It's just me and my son in the car on the way to work one day. But so I hope you guys enjoy it. And as always, thank you guys for checking out the podcast. All right, we'll see you again after this episode. This is the holiday bonus episode podcast from the car. Alright, welcome everybody to the first solo podcast from car from Voices from the Planet. I am your host, Eric. This one is just going to be an experiment. Driving to work right now, and we're going to just record our ride in, I guess. We're going to see what happens. I have a microphone set up. This is my new microphone, so we'll see how this actually picks up, records, see what the background noise sounds like in the car. I got my baby boy in the back with me. sitting so nicely and so quietly for now. My wife, Nicole, is not feeling well today, so she's not going to work. So I'm driving in, taking the boy to daycare, and then we will be heading into work. So probably going to talk to myself. I guess I'll try to talk to myself as much as I can so there's not too much quiet moments, but I am driving. It could be a little while. There's definitely going to be some traffic, so we'll see. Yeah. So what should we talk about? You got anything on your mind, son? Alright, so we live in Eva Beach, and so we know all too well how bad the traffic can be sometimes, especially on Fort Weaver. Right now it's actually not that bad. I'm moving along pretty well. It might end up just being one long traffic report on my whole commute in. Me and my wife, we decided that we don't really like to refer to traffic as traffic anymore, because some people will ask you, how was traffic? And traffic already is shitty, so how can you say traffic was good? So we decided to switch it up and say our commute was good, or the commute was bad, because using traffic already kind of has the implication that it was shitty. Yeah. Sorry, there's going to be a lot of pauses in this one. I don't have anything like prepared. I just thought of it now. I had this microphone that I'm using now for a while. It's an ADK microphone. I think it's a compressor. I have no fucking clue. I bought it probably, I don't know, maybe almost like 9-10 years ago. It never really got used. Our friends, me and my friends, started a little record label, and we were trying to produce beats and stuff, and you might have heard of Sheena mention on the last one I did with 8250 that I am a little bit of a lyricist, but I haven't really picked up a pen in a while to write anything down. But you know, my mind is always there. Listening to music, you always are kind of thinking of things in your head, little one-liners, punchlines, or whatever, but I haven't actively tried to sit down and write anything. We actually did with my friends. We made Lab Munkeez Records. What's up? Shout out to the boys, Sanchez Supreme. But yeah, we just all, you know, in-home kind. I think he has like a Phantom something or other keyboard that can record and do that stuff, and has all the samples. So we used to make beats on that, and actually recorded a couple songs. Maybe I'll put this one as the song as the intro. I don't know even know if I'm gonna put this one out. If I do, then I mean, I don't know, I'm super self-conscious about putting the ones out by myself, just because I'm not good at this yet and it feels weird. But I don't know. We'll see. Anything else you want to talk about, son? You got anything on your mind? What's been in the news lately? What is in the news? There's that Ohio community college shooting, which I've noticed everybody online on YouTube is already coming out and saying that it was, you know, a fake shooting or whatever. So we'll see what happens with that. I have no real understanding or knowledge of what actually happened. All I know is that at a community college in Oregon, there was a shooting. I think about like 7 or 9 people died, maybe. But we'll see. All these YouTubers and all these independent researchers, as they like to call themselves, they're quick to jump to the didn't happen. A lot of people will say, like, the media, the mainstream media, will jump on the fake ones because they can easily control the narrative of that particular story with that shooting. But they don't say that real mass shootings don't occur. There are real ones out there. It's just that those ones aren't reported because they were real, and the media can't spin the story. What's up, bud? You alright? Taking off your blanket? You don't want your blankie? I'm going to just put it on the side for you. What you want? some milk. I got some milk for you. You're on the podcast. Say what's up to the people, buddy. Say hi. Say hello. Say what's up, everybody. Thanks for listening to my dad's podcast. What's that? Your milk. It's alright. Here, have it. Oh, you don't want it? I know what you want. Some of this stuff. Actually, I'll leave this here for you, just in case you want your milk later. My son loves to throw things out of the car seat. Yeah. When you're done with it, it goes flying. Pew! Pow! Alright, so... yeah, the Ohio shooting. Or not Ohio, Oregon. So I guess we'll see what happens. What else can I talk about? Are those yummy? I bet. Ooh, actually, I just realized, since I do have my son, there's two of us, we get to go in the zipper lane, so hopefully we won't be stuck in too much traffic. Yay! So here in Hawaii, we have the zipper lane, and it's just like a contraflow lane on the opposite side of the freeway that you can get on where we are, and you can't get off until the airport. So it's a few miles that you go with no exits, but you have to have at least two people in your car to ride. So sometimes it's better, sometimes it's the same, and sometimes it's worse because it's just like a single lane all the way. But if there's an accident or something happens in the zipper lane and you get in it without knowing that happened, I mean, you're fucked. You're stuck in there. It happened to us a few times. It's brutal. And then you're sitting in this one lane that's supposed to be to help people who are carpooling so they don't have to be stuck in traffic. And you're stuck. And you're looking at everybody else on the freeway just going by you. And you're kicking yourself thinking, fuck, I shouldn't even went in this lane. That happens to us quite often, where we're just sitting there like, man, maybe the zipper lane wasn't the better idea. But I still use it. I mean, I feel like because it's one lane, there's no exits, no on-ramps or anything that go to it. Nobody's merging in and out of lanes. You just kind of go with the flow. It might be slower at some points than the freeway. Not by a lot, though. It's not like the freeway is going 60 and you're going 20. But the the zipper lane, yeah, awesome most times. Yeah, would you agree, buddy? He does. He agrees. He just co-signs to everything I say. All right? Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, so now we're actually getting on the freeway. Let me say, for all my listeners who live in Hawaii, you guys already know, but to all the people not from here, if you check this one out, if you're listening from somewhere in the world, Hawaii traffic sucks balls. Big, hairy balls. Fuck, I think it's like the second worst traffic in the nation, just behind like LA. And it's hard to, I can't even really understand that, but there's way more bigger cities with way more people driving and commuting in and out for work every day, but Hawaii is just like every day. Yeah, we hate it. I hate traffic. It sucks. But actually, we'll see. Maybe it'll give me the opportunity to record solo podcasts. I mean, usually we drive in with Nicole, but so we can do our show, the Lovely Couples show. But yeah, we'll try this one solo. Yeah, question: do you guys, all you listeners, when you guys drive in traffic, do you find it distracting to look at all the people driving next to you and seeing what they look like, and I don't know, trying to think of where they're going, what their story is? Do that a lot, so I get easily distracted on the road. They just see people in their cars, you know, driving. Some people are doing makeup, like that lady who just drove by me right now. Some people are eating. You got parents driving their kids to school and their kids are sleeping face pressed up against the window or whatever. But it's funny. Kind of imagining what everybody's story is. Feels like we're all so not connected at the moment, driving on the freeway in shitty traffic. Everybody's in their own cars, their own little bubbles, moving along. More concerned about where they're going and where they need to be than the person next to them. It's kind of an interesting, you know, reflection of life in general. Everybody's got their bubble, trying to get through. Don't merge into my lane. You better not cut me off, motherfucker. You know, everybody has that kind of feelings, and you know, I need to get to where I need to be because my shit is more important than your shit. Yeah. Huh? What? You good? Yeah, nice. What? I think if everybody just maybe was a little more kind and loving, and maybe if they looked at the car next to them and saw that person and thought about maybe this person has, you know, what struggles they have in their lives or where they're coming from, maybe people could be a little more patient on the road and maybe even in life. That's my son. He totally agrees. I mean, it doesn't have to be so difficult. What's up? Want some water? I gotta use some water too. Daddy's got all the stuff you need, except booby milk. Can't help you there. All right, let's see. Let's see if somebody lets me in. No, this guy's gonna let me in. Hey, drink slow, bro. Slowly. Oh, you tired? You on your wubba nub? These things, for all you parents out there who are listening, they have these things called wubba nubs. They're like those soothy pacifiers, those silicone ones, those kind of thick ones. But they have like a little animal, stuffed animal attached to it, kind of like a Beanie Baby or something. Our son has a lion one. Fucking awesome, you guys. It's the best thing. We've actually bought a couple extra ones. He had one. We got his first one was a gift from my auntie who lives in Wisconsin. She got it for us. She found it at some little baby boutique store, and she was telling us how hard they were to find. And you can't really find them in stores. We got ours online off Amazon. So we had one. His first one was a lion, and we had that one for a while, but we ended up losing it. So we actually bought another one, I think we bought the monkey one. We have a monkey one too. He has a monkey one. We bought that one, I think, before we lost the lion. We just have it as a backup, but we ended up really losing the lion one. And then, so we were using just the monkey one for a while, but then we decided, no, we want to buy the same one, so we got him another one. So it's the exact same one. I don't know if he notices or not, but these things are great. Wubba Nub. Look them up. I think it's W-U-B, maybe two B's. A-N-U-B? B? Mm-hmm. don't know, wub, nub. A little parenting portion of the show, you know, from one father to another, or one father to another mother. Yeah, go buy them for your kids, they'll love it. Oh, we just threw that toy car out the car seat. Just done with that. Done with that group too. You pop? Oh, see, everything goes flying out when he's pop. It's funny. Here, you want to draw? Draw something. So I'm now in the zipper lane already, and we're coming to a little point where we're pacing with the freeway now. But still, nobody's trying to cut me off. It's just one lane. I can just cruise. Yeah. What? What's the problem? I'm sure this guy behind me is like, why is this dude swerving so much? But it's because I'm trying to reach back and get my son and give him things to eat or play with. It's tough when you gotta drive on your own with a baby in the back seat. It's just so demanding. Yeah, he's not. But maybe all parents can relate to that when you have a fussy baby in the back seat and it's just you and you're trying to, you know, calm them down and focus and drive. It's pretty nuts. What was that? Dada? Bobo? Bobo? What words can you say? You want to say some words? Can you say Papa? You're going to embarrass me now on the podcast and not do it? Can you say Papa? Mama? Hoo-hoo? Dada? Oh. How about some noises? What does the monkey say? What does the monkey say? What does the monkey say? God. Seriously, he can do those. And he does. It's just when you ask him. And the pressure's on. He likes to embarrass us. It's funny, we're like, when we see somebody or whatever, we're like, oh, he's doing this now, go do it. And he doesn't do it. It's like, oh, son, what are you trying to do? Make me a liar? Let me see your artwork. Oh, nice. Beautiful. There you go. Draw me another one. Where's your pen? Here. Oh, I should have marked down the time I left. Well, it's 7 o'clock now. I probably left at like 6:40. I don't know. Just gonna try and see how long it takes. Traffic sometimes can be a motherfucker. Take you like 2 hours to get into work. 2 hours each way going to work and coming home. People on Eva Beach peeps. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Alright, we got fussy baby action. What's going on back there? What you want? What? What is that, your toes? Your mana vavai? Yeah. Outside? Dada? You talking now? Why don't you tell us a story? Tell us something. Tell us about your friends at daycare. What about them? Tell us. Tell us all about your friends. All your boys and all your girls over there. Here. I think you're tired. Yeah. It's early. We were up at 5 o'clock getting ready. Yeah. No, it doesn't take me 2 hours to get ready. We were kind of hanging out. We had some breakfast before we left. The baby did, I didn't. And, you know, making sure Mama was going to be okay for the day. She's staying home to get some rest today. She wasn't feeling good last night. My wife is very dedicated. She's stubborn almost, but when it comes to that kind of stuff, if she's not feeling well, she'll still go to work. You know, she'll push through. And I admire that about her, but sometimes I think she needs to, like, really get the rest she needs, because you can't keep running it in the red zone all the time without having your body crash. And I think it's a way of her body telling her, like, okay, relax now, you need to cool it, man. But she's working this whole weekend on this fucking budget shift for work. All fucking weekend. She's probably working more hours at home this weekend than she does at work on a normal work day. All the way into night. Like, I would go to bed and she'd be coming to bed like 2 in the morning because she was up working still. It's crazy. And I still don't think the process is done. I think everybody's still doing it for all their different properties. I think she's getting close to the end. She might actually have finished. But yeah, that was a brutal weekend. I think now our body is just saying, okay, you did all that work. Where was your time to rest? Now you need it. So hopefully she'll get some rest today. Maybe even take tomorrow, get some more rest. She needs it. She deserves it. She works so hard at her job and hula, just, you know, at home. So mommy needs a break every once in a while. Just a day to do nothing. So that's why I'm taking you into daycare, so mommy can get a real break. Because when you're sick and you're at home and you have a baby, you don't get the rest you need. And you want to be sure, like, if you're watching the baby, you want to make sure you're 100%. Yeah, so take them with me, drop them off, let mama get some rest. I still don't think she's really fully recovered from the jet lag from Japan still. I mean, it's crazy. You come home from a trip like that and it's straight back to your regular job. It's kind of a shock to the body, maybe even to the soul, because you have that little freeing experience of sharing your love with people, and then you come back and, you know, it's back to the corporate world. Who's that? What's that? I love how that you're inputting on the podcast. We'll have this forever. You can listen to it when you're older and you'll be like, that was you when you were a baby. And then you'll hear me just say that part and we'll look at each other weird and be like, what? And then we'll do it again just after that one, and because it got weird. Yeah? Things tend to get a little weird with your papa. Papa. Where'd the whooping up go? Oh, here, what is this? I don't know where your whooping up went. You threw it. Oh, there it is. I'll just hold it for now till you're ready. Oh, you know what else I have? That's that beach ball that one of my coworkers gave. We got all these weird ass rubber duckies, but I'm actually not gonna give those to you right now because they probably need to be washed off first. Big beach ball. 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 Ball ball? Yeah? Is that your ball? 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 Oh, I just realized I can look and see how long I've been recording, and then go back. So I've been recording for 25 minutes. It's 7:02. So what is that? When did I leave the house? 6:35 ish. 6:40 ish, whatever. Yeah, so driving for about, actually that's a good way. I can just look at the timer on the phone and I don't know how long I've been in traffic. Sweet. But yeah, so far 25 minutes. That's not too bad. Sometimes it takes that long just to get off Fort Weaver and then get onto the freeway. As you can tell, he's excited. Actually, that's really good that you're doing that because you're really testing the levels of the mic so I can see how loud it actually gets. And he's in the back seat, obviously, but and the microphone's sitting on the front passenger seat. So we'll see how the sounds come out when we listen back to you talking. How about, what does the wolf say? What does the wolf say? Ow! Ow! What does the monkey say? What does the monkey say? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ah, ah. Oh shit. So what do you guys usually do while you guys drive and sit in traffic or drive to and from work? I know people on the mainland probably have way longer commutes. My son screams the entire way. You guys listen to music? What kind of music do you guys listen to? I know a lot of people. A lot of times I listen to podcasts, usually. Where is it? Where's the ball? There it is. Oh, where'd it go? Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd the ball go? Ball. It's on your head. So right now we're passing Pearl City, exit 10. What? Shout out 8250. Where'd it go? But they're doing like a freeway widening project, so that's been happening lately. As everybody knows, we have the rail project going on all the time, causing major traffic, usually backups and shit. It sucks. I think this is gonna be like the fucking why traffic sucks episode. Bo. Passing through Pearl City. Where'd it go? You keep throwing it. I'm not gonna keep grabbing it for you. Gravity is there all the time, son. We don't need to test it anymore. I'm gonna give you this. You just chill for a minute. Where's your blankie? Okay, cool out for a little bit, buddy. Alright, now we're moving. Pro City. I'm not here. I went to Pro City High School. I graduated in 2000 from Pro City High School. Actually grew up in YPO Gentry though, but the way the way the school districts were divided up, YPO was included in Pro City, even though it was way farther away than either Mililani or Waipahu. It's funny, when we used to drive to school after I started driving and didn't have to catch the bus anymore, traffic would be bad, so we would take all these like back roads through Waipahu to get to school, and we would drive right past Waipahu High School every day, like 30 minutes before we would actually even get to our school. It's like, fuck, why don't we just go to Waipahu, But I'm glad I went to Pro City. I thought it was a good school. That's where all my friends are, So a lot of my friends lived in Pro City at the time, in Palisades. So we hang out in Pro City a lot, so I know Pro City very well. That's where my friend's band gets the name 8250. The last two digits of the zip code for Pro City is 82, and Hawaii being the 50th state. So they came up with 8250, Pro City, Hawaii. And it's funny now. So, I mean, we're all grown up now. We all have families. Everybody's moved out, got their own places. I moved out of YPO. Actually, it was probably like 2002. I moved to Waikiki. My parents both had retired. I just had graduated college. My parents retired, and they had got a place in northern Wisconsin, where my mom's from. They have a cabin up on a lake up there. So they both had retired and decided that they were gonna, retire in Wisconsin and sell our house. And this is, what they did was they sold our house, and with the money they got for the house, I mean, they had lived there for so long that the house was paid off, right? So all the money they got, I mean, maybe they paid a little bit less or whatever. They, covered some bills and some taxes or whatever. But they were able to purchase a condo in Waikiki where they let me stay when they moved. So, I mean, you gotta imagine, how old was I? It was 2002. Probably 20 years old, 21 maybe. I was probably 19. I was late born, so maybe 19, 20 years old kid living in an apartment on his own in Waikiki. Fuck. I mean, that's where I, at that point in my life, I got myself into a lot of debt. I was super irresponsible with money, and I mean, not that I'm that much more responsible now, but I'm trying to be better. We got a lot more responsibilities. Back then, it was, party, so that's what we did. My friends would come over all the time, going out all the time. That was when, we'd call in sick to work from partying too much the night before and be like, yeah, I'm not coming in, I don't feel good, I think I'm sick. But it's all bullshit, you just fucking party too much. But yeah, so after I moved to Waikiki, that's weird. Waikiki. But, and then, within the last, I don't know, how long have we been at our house in Eva Beach? Well, we moved to Eva Beach with me and my wife. We got married, we got a house, moved to Eva Beach. And now all my friends who lived in Pro City started getting their places within this past maybe 5 years or so. Everybody's moving out on their own. They're all moving to YPO, where I used to live. How's that? I would have loved to have been able to still live in YPO. But with our, what we needed as far as houses and price ranges and stuff, we needed to, Eva Beach was the best place for us. We got it at the perfect time. and the community out there is expanding so much with all the like the Safeway that's out there now and all the different shops and stuff that are coming in. I mean, we really don't have to come to town for anything ever. And with Kapolei expanding, I mean, you know what that means? More fucking traffic, more people on the roads in our area. But I mean, I don't know. I'm super conflicted about it. Because on one side, it is creating jobs for people, which helps sustain our community and, you know, just keep humanity going. But on the other hand, it's destroying land. And now, more recently, I'm starting to understand the importance of, I mean, that all land is sacred everywhere. I mean, this earth is sacred. I think Mike Love has a quote about he doesn't want to see any more construction because all it looks like is destruction. And it's true when you think of the earth being ripped up, torn up, and putting down these artificial materials to make roads and sidewalks, and then they cut down the trees to put up buildings. And I mean, in a way, it's cool when you see those old school pictures of like Hawaii and before everything was so overdeveloped, and you see the streets and there wasn't much on it, and you could still see like fields and just, I don't know, it was a lot of the pictures you see from those time are black and white or in that sepia tone, but to try and imagine what it would look like in color, how green it would have been with all the trees and the grass and the mountains, and I mean, I've been like driving now and I'm on the freeway still heading towards passing our airport, but you look up at the mountains and these houses, they build them up on the ridges, like climbing up the mountains. And I mean, more and more development is coming, and that just means more and more people, which means more and more traffic. And that's my selfish complaint, is that no more traffic. But really, I mean, for everything, for the bigger picture, it's like, when is enough gonna be enough? What do you do? What do you do? Do you move off of Oahu and go buy a plot of land on the Big Island where it's not developed, or maybe on Maui? I mean, Oahu is the big, I mean, it's like the most populated island, I would say. It's where Honolulu is a big city. So you got so many people. Do you just abandon this to retreat back to nature? I mean, I've thought about it, we've talked about it, but there are so many things here that, I don't know, maybe that do keep us, in a way, chained here. I mean, wouldn't that be a dream, to be able to just pack it up and get yourself some land, plant your own food, do your own thing, create a self-sustaining lifestyle for yourself and maybe even for your community? I mean, I know those exist. People are fucking doing it. People are doing it. So it's out there. I guess what it really comes down to is, are you ready to face your fear of abandoning all of this comfort, you know? Am I ready to do something like that? Fuck no. Would I love to be able to do something like that? Absolutely. Something where, you know, I could do this podcast thing more. This could be like the main thing, and, you know, just, you don't need the money to have the mortgage, the car, the whatever, the this, the that. You kind of just throw it all away. I'm done with it. Maybe one day. I mean, it's possible even here on Oahu. I think the land is probably way more expensive and not as there isn't as much of it. But on the Big Island, you definitely could do it. That would be so cool. I don't know. Just thinking about that. Another thing I've been thinking about lately is actually, so I've been listening to a lot of Nako Bear and Medicine for the People. Like a lot. It's like been all I've been listening to lately. Been kind of going a little fanboy with it. But, I mean, if you guys don't know who that is, Nako Bear and Medicine for the People, I mean, it's more than just a band. It's more than just music. It truly is a movement. They are involved in so many non-profit organizations to help out, different causes. Protecting the earth is a big thing of theirs, making sure that we have clean water, clean air, natural foods. They do ones, I was just listening to this thing yesterday with him, and they were talking about a non-profit they have, I think it's in Bali or maybe even in Indonesia, but where they have like a birthing clinic for mothers there. He told the story, and apparently they're, mothers who give birth in hospitals, there's some crazy fee that they have to pay to leave the hospital. It's like, the bill. And a lot of them are so poor that they can't pay it, so the hospitals actually take away the babies. And a lot of the babies will end up dying or probably get adopted by celebrities in America. But, so what they did was, with Hope, who's the percussionist for the band, her and another lady, I can't remember her name, but he mentioned it. They started like a birthing center clinic or something or other there to teach women there to be midwives, so that they can deliver the babies at home and not have to worry about them being taken because they can't pay the medical bill. But just those kind of things, that's so awesome that they're doing that more than just music. And the music is great. I mean, the message in the music is where it's at. It's actually been speaking to me on a whole different level recently, just with doing this podcast. And I mean, you might think, what the hell does a podcast have to do with this? I mean, they talk about, healing the people, medicine for the people, that kind of stuff. Find your medicine and use it. But I think everybody's medicine is going to be different. Even they say that in the songs that each one will find their own kind. And for me, I feel like this one is my medicine in a way, where it's allowing me to have a creative outlet, something I can just do on my own other than just the work, the 9-to-5 job, which I've been doing for so long. And I've had those moments where I'm just like, I've had it, but what do? You bitch and complain and you cry or whatever, you get mad, but what do? You get up the next day and you go right fucking back there. I've been doing that for so long. I mean, I know a lot of people have, and a lot of people are going to be of the mindset that's just going to say like, well, suck it up. That's what we're here to do, but I don't think that's what we're here to do. That's what you've been programmed to think we're here to do. We're not made to sit at a desk, and that's from, that Office Space movie. We were not put here to work in offices. I think what we were truly put here to do is to form communities and bonds with fellow humans and work together to just keep everything moving forward in a progression that, advances humanity as a whole. But with jobs and everybody, there's so much shit that goes on in life that people get bogged down and they miss all that. And I lost that for a long time. But listening to it's all different kinds of music. I think music is in its way a medicine for me. Not that I make music, but that I listen to music, and I'm lucky that there are musicians and artists out there putting out the kind of music that has that positive message that will inspire people to keep going, to do whatever they're doing, even if it is a podcast that gets 10 listens on SoundCloud. Fuck it, do it. Keep doing it. If I stop right now because people aren't listening, then what? You know what I mean? But I feel this one, and I want to get out there and interview these people like Nako and people like Mike Love and Kendra, who's Mike Love's wife. All these positive people, just, you know, with this energy that they have. In my own little selfish way, I kind of want to like just sit and bask in it for a little while and maybe see if what kind of effect it'll have on me. Maybe I can help. My goal is to help take that and give that to people through this podcast so they can hear the messages and the stories that maybe they don't get to hear all the time, you know? And that's kind of it. That's, you know, a little insight, I guess. I kind of want you guys to know. I feel like it's, I mean, I want to have the ones where I just have my friends on and we talk shit, and it's not going to be heavy issues or topics. It's just going to be fun and probably a lot of laughing and shit talking, but I want to have those meaningful ones that do carry a message. And I'm starting to find out what my message is. And I mean, I'm standing on the shoulders of giants, as they say, when I say this. And what I want to say is that we are all in this together. Oh, fucking High School Musical quote. Maybe I can find a whatever. We are one community on this earth. Doesn't matter what continent you grew up on, what religion you are, what color you are, what sex you are. We're all humans, you know? We're all earthlings, and that goes for all of our animal brothers and sisters out there. We are all one. We all make this thing work together. And that's what we just need to do, is come together to continue to keep this thing working for the future generations, you know. And I feel that even more now because I have a son. Like, what am I going to do for him so that way this earth is, you know, in a good place when he's ready to take over? And what examples am I setting for him as how to take care of this earth and your fellow man? You know, we need to be the good role models now. And so getting back to like the Nako Bear and Medicine, for the people being more of a movement than a band itself, they do have their, you know, street team, I guess it's called, but I signed up for that, so I kind of want to help move the movement. But I've been so many people I've been coming into contact with, even at work. I'm trying to spread it. I'm telling everybody about it at work, like, you guys need to check out this band. Hopefully they'll listen to it with an open mind and an open heart and get the message, and maybe that could change the environment at work, and people might not be so, you know, bogged down by the corporate weight. People can see that, you know, their medicine is out there. They just need to find it. I mean, I'm lucky to have found this. I mean, this is something that I really wanted to. I've been going back and forth about wanting to do something like this for, I mean, years now, from way back when. And to finally be doing it, even as small as it is, it feels so good. Like, after I'm done recording with somebody, or I'm done editing, or even if I do the intros or the outros or whatever, I feel like I'm on such a high. I mean, it feels so good to have done that, and then to put it out, even like just hitting that upload button, you know, like, all right, here it goes. That feels so good. I'm usually riding the high for the next day, but then there always seems to be these like crashes after, which I'm trying to find balance to. It's maybe not letting myself hit that high so quickly, or maybe kind of finding that more balanced middle ground, so the lows aren't so low after. And I don't know if that's the same for everybody, but I've noticed that's kind of how it is for me. Yeah, I just noticed I say but a lot. But, yeah, but. So yeah, check out Nako and Medicine for the people. I mean, it changed. I mean, I can honestly say it's changing my life right now. I'm in the process still. I'm healing a lot of things, I think, through the music and just through working it out. I realized, you know, I do have a lot of like anger issues, and maybe it's because, I mean, I don't know. I'm figuring it out. We won't get into it. I'm sorry for even bringing it up. That's a little for later. You guys are not my psychologist, so you guys do not have to listen to me try to work through my issues. Not that I even go to a psychologist or a psychiatrist or anything, but this is, I mean, this in a way is kind of therapy, just letting me talk, but I'm not going to try and get too heavy yet. I'm not comfortable enough to do that. And who knows, maybe one day I will be. Maybe one day I'll be sharing everything. But for now, I'm not. All right. What next? My son is asleep. Today's hopefully going to be a short day. Actually, our sitter needs us to pick the kids up by 4, so that means I need to leave work probably by like 3. Fuck yeah! I've been missing a lot of work lately. They recently told us that we need to have our vacation hours or PTO hours down to under 40 or 40 or less by the end of the year. I guess you're gonna lose it if you don't. So I found out I have like over 100 hours of vacation, so I'm trying to burn these vacations. It feels weird complaining. I'm not complaining at all. I'm glad. I didn't really think I even had that much, but my boss told me, no, you have like over 100, so you need to get rid of it. So I'm taking all these days off, but it works out because our sitter, the days she's closed, I can just use those days to burn because I gotta use it, right? So they're coming up, so I'm using those, and then other ones are coming up, so I'm adding on more, and I'm starting to feel bad, like, oh fuck, they're all like one in a row. So like next week, Monday is a holiday, so she's closed, so I'm taking that day. We don't get the day off for work. It's Columbus Day. Who gives a shit? But so I'm taking that Monday off, and then I'll go to work on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then she's closed on Thursday and Friday, and then the Monday and the Tuesday, the following Monday and Tuesday. So I'm gonna have a 2-day work week next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I'm gonna have a 6-day weekend after that. So I'm a 3-day weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, work, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That's 6 days. That's fucking 6 days. 6-day fucking weekend. All right. And then we were joking at work, and they're saying, oh man, you're missing a lot of work. And then another quote from Office Space, I wouldn't say I'm missing it. Ha ha ha. But yeah, fuck. It does feel weird though. I mean, I know I shouldn't worry about missing work because they are telling us to take the time off to burn your hours so you don't lose them. But I always feel like when you take a vacation or you take some time off, extended time off, when you come back, I feel like people have been talking shit about you while you were gone. And maybe that's just a projection. I mean, I get that vibe. Like I'm walking back in and they're like, it's like you walked into a room where they just got done talking shit. And everybody's quiet and it's just kind of fucking awkward. But yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed that or if it's just me or maybe I'm just paranoid. Could be. But how can I be paranoid if the motherfuckers that I think are out there to get me are actually out there to get me? Huh? Huh? Think about it. Think about that. Alright, we're almost there. Almost there. This fucking exit off the freeway. It's the Punahou exit. It sucks. There's a high school called Punahou. Well, it's not a high school. It's a private school. I think it has more than just high school. But this exit, everybody who drops their kid off to school takes this exit, and this is also the exit we take to drop our kid off at daycare. But there's 2 lanes there's actually 2 lanes on the exit, and then they split to 4, and the 2 left turn left, the 2 right turn right. But everybody gets in the second to the left lane because that's the one that turns left, and it goes, you can take a right to go to the school. So they all go in that one, and they completely block up that lane past to where you can get into the far left lane, which is the one we want to be in, because we can just turn and go straight. So traffic to get off this freeway is brutal. Brutal. What the f... Oh, that's on the outside. Man, there's all these little bugs in our car. But that's on the outside of the windows. So yeah. Our sitter, yeah, well actually. So I'm getting all these extra days off. Just relax and cruise with the baby at home. Hey. Actually, one thing I should mention is with all these days off and actually having to leave early to pick him up sometimes because she needs to go to appointments or sitter, my work hasn't said anything to me. Haven't like given me any shit. I mean, I said I feel paranoid about it, but honestly, they said nothing to me about it. Like, this is too much, you can't do it, blah blah blah. They've been actually really accommodating, and I gotta stop and appreciate that for a minute, because a lot of people's jobs would be like, no, you can't, or whatever. But I'm lucky in that sense. You know, a lot of times I complain about this job, like, not fulfilling me, you know, spiritually in any way or creatively, and I complain and I bitch, but in reality, it's not bad. It's really good, actually. I mean, the work environment might suck sometimes, but I think that's with any corporate type job. You know, you have that atmosphere, but for the most part, I mean, get paid well enough, get the vacation time that we need. You know, they're flexible as far as having to leave early if we need to leave early to pick him up, or for doctors or whatever, doctor's appointments. So I guess sometimes I need to check myself and realize that it could be a lot worse, and I am actually really lucky. Let's give it up to the company I work for valuing their employees. I mean, there's so much other shit I could talk about that they don't do that really makes you feel like they don't give a fuck about you at all. But when it comes to this kind of thing, I mean, that's fine. My boss he always tells me, you know, he's flexible, he'll work with me and stuff like that. But sometimes I mean, what's said and what you see is different. But I think with this one, he's being honest. He's trying to work with around our schedule, which I know is sometimes can be a lot of leaving early. Okay, this is the weird 5-way intersection. 5-way stop. I have no idea whose turn it is. It's my turn next. So fuck you guys. I'm going. It's a weird one. You can probably hear this road is really bumpy, so you probably hear everything rattling around in the car. But it's good. It's another good test for the mic, for the audio. We'll see. And I also saw the editing software I use that there's like noise reduction, but I don't know if that would like remove the rumbling or from the road, but keep the voice. Like, I'm not sure if when I'm just not talking, does it remove it then, or so I don't know. We'll fuck around with it. But this would be a good one for me to fuck around with different editing things. With this one. buddy. Sorry, but I gotta wake you up now. Good morning, rise and shine, baby boy. Got a big smile. It's so nice when you wake up and you're smiling. Let's get this up. We're here. We're at Auntie's house. Okay. Oh, you awake? You up? You up? Alright, ready? Say bye-bye, people on the podcast. Say bye-bye, people on the podcast. Alright, and we are back. So this part, probably, you will hear more noises because I'm going to have a cigarette as I drive. And I know what some of you are thinking, you smoke, you fuck, you unhealthy bastard. Alright, I don't know what the fuck just happened there. That was weird. It might have actually cut into earlier part of the recording. Maybe when I started the car, the phone connected to the Bluetooth or some shit. Oh, no, hold on. I ran over Groot. Oh no. Shit, my son's Groot toy fell out of the car onto the ground, and I fucking ran it over. Shit. That's okay. Groot has the ability to regenerate, so he'll be fine. But, what the fuck was I just saying? Oh yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. I'm gonna listen to this one and see if where it actually came back in, if it recorded from the end or jumped back to the middle. Fucking weird. Fucking weird, man. But I think that's because I had the Bluetooth connected. Perhaps. So it tried to go through the car instead of just recording off through the microphone. Just driving and trying to drive. Booyah, bitch. So we'll see how the sound picks up over the sound of the outside world. Got my window down. Still recording, I think. Yep, still recording. Good, good. Cool, 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 cool. Climate change and some of the reasons. And the sky open like I've been hoping. And there came horses by the thousands. And they had thunder on their tongues and lightning on their minds. And they were singing this old melody from some other time. They said, don't waste your day. hate. Rather gather and be of service. Be a sensible person. Use your words and don't be nervous. You can do this. You've got purpose. Find your medicine and use it. A little knuckle bear for you guys. Probably one of my favorite lines when he talks about, use your words and don't be nervous. It's kind of what I'm doing, is using my words with the podcast. I just want to feature people who are passionate about what they do and talk to them and that message that they have. I mean, I'm hoping most of the time it'll align with the messages that I, want to put out there as well. I'm not going to put someone on who advocates for fucking murdering babies or anything like that. But yeah, I guess, I don't know, I feel like there are so many other groups of people, collectives like that are doing these kind of things. That's kind of what I want to start with the podcast. But I don't know how I feel about it centering around something. I don't know if I'm really ready for that, if that's too big of a responsibility for me, but we'll see. Might be what needs to be done. So I was listening to my homeboy Tim Rothschild's podcast From the Void on his network, the Third Thing Network. Shout out Tim. But a bus just went by. Fuck. Shout out to Tim if you missed that. But fucking, he was talking with two people, Allie, Mace, and this guy Zach, about their experience at Soul Camp. And Soul Camp is like, they describe it as adult sleepaway camp. It's adult summer camp, basically, but the periods you have there is like yoga or meditation, or they had some pretty interesting ones, Tibetan singing bowls, channeling, that kind of shit. So they were there and they were telling the story of, the guy Zach was telling the story of his experience there, where he had this transformative moment where he realized, he was getting all these kind of repeating messages from different people, saying how he's wildly creative. So he has this moment where he's standing in the middle of a field and he rips his shirt off and he screams to the heavens, "I'm wildly creative and I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with it." Whatever. And it's like this epic moment. It started raining as he's screaming and everybody's cheering him on. But he was talking about it. He made this comment about how, the people in your lives, he's grateful for the people in his lives who worry about him, because, they want him to have the real job. They want him to, go with the system, I suppose. But he's saying how he's grateful for them because he appreciates that they worry and care about him, but in a way it could be holding him back from doing what he truly wants to do. And when they were talking about that, I really, I don't know, it resonated with me, because that's kind of the same way I feel, especially with my parents. My mom, she doesn't quite understand, giving up your job to follow your passion. She kind of wants me to have the job, and I understand that. We got responsibilities, we have the kids, but there needs to be some kind of outlet. And a good example is my brother-in-law is starting a stand-up comedy career, and so he doesn't have a real job. He does open mics, but recently he was like a headliner at a show. Shout out to Neil. Congratulations, brother, for making it. I wouldn't think he would say he made it yet, but that's pretty fucking cool to have your face on a poster on a comedy show. But it's like that, like she was talking to me about it and was like, yeah, well, I just wish you would have a regular job. But like, why? Why do you need the regular job? I mean, I understand from the point of supporting your family and doing that, but if what you're passionate about and you can make money off of it, then why have the regular job? Why? Maybe that regular job is killing that time you could have focusing and perfecting your craft. So you could become more successful, whatever successful is defined in your reality. But everybody defines it differently. And just being happy is a success in itself. Being satisfied with your life. You know? Alright guys, I guess I'm almost to the parking lot. I'll be pulling into the parking lot pretty soon. So I guess we'll close it out here. Again, I want to thank everybody for taking the time to listen to the podcast. It means a lot to me that you guys are continuing to check it out. All 4 of you. Just kidding. But thank you for your support. Thank you for coming back. This one, again, was an experimental version of this podcast in the car with the brand new microphone. So, thank you guys. And we'll see you guys on the next episode of Voices from the Planet. Alright, love you guys. Peace. Alright, so that was the episode. So I realized when I was doing the intro that I said my last name in the intro, and I don't know if I said it in other podcasts, I don't remember, but I decided to cut it out. If you know me, then you know my last name already. You don't have to worry about it. If you don't, it's all good. But so I did go and cut that part out, so you'll hear that little skip. Why I'm telling you that, I don't even know. But so that was the episode, the holiday special from the car with my son. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I threw in the instrumental that we made back in the day with Lab Munkeez. Again, shout out to my boy Sanchez Supreme Chandrick. Follow him on Instagram at Beats8250, I think. I don't know. Sorry, man. But, that's also the record label that my friends Jesse and 8250 have their albums on. So you guys can check that out. Check out their albums. Short intro, short outro. Short outro is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so at the end of this one, I'm gonna put in a song that we recorded that features me, called Unplug Me From Death. Don't ask. But so we recorded this, we made the beat, and then we recorded this in one take. So there's no real mastering or editing or anything done to it. It's just the beat and the vocals. And this was recorded probably, I don't know, 8-9 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, almost now. I haven't been actively writing or, considering that. But I don't know, let me know what you guys think of it. Maybe I'll give it another go. Try my hand again at being a rap artist. But I got a lot of artist things I'm doing. I used to try photography. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram. You saw my posts. We made an Instagram page like over 2 years ago for me and my wife. We were saying, we should start a photography thing, a photography company, call it Black and Green Photography. But so I got a camera and took some pictures and put them up on Instagram, and haven't done it in over 2 years. But I might start posting again on there. I gotta get out there with the cameras and take some pictures. It was really fun when I did it. More like artsy, scenic pictures. I did mention in that post my friend's Sheena. She's at Sheena Marie Photography, and my friend Kyle at Kyle Addison Wright on Instagram. Both awesome photographers. They got amazing style. for portraits and stuff. Sheena describes herself as a lifestyle photographer, and she captures that. It's super cool. But I think the direction I wanted to go was more like, yeah, like I said, like that artsy, scenic type stuff. I did at one point want to photograph, like maybe like some cool black and white hula pictures, like in the forest or something. If you know, my wife is a hula dancer. So I always thought that would be kind of a cool little thing to do, to capture the hula in like a natural setting. They've gone to the marijuana competition a few times now, and I've had the opportunity to be the halal photographer and get to take pictures and be right up at the stage and capture those moments. And my wife is awesome, and she puts together these amazing scrapbooks and gets all the prints made and does all that kind of stuff, because I don't have the patience for it. I really enjoy taking the pictures, but I don't like doing the editing part. Alright, yeah, sorry, I'm rambling on about photography, but yeah, so maybe we'll give it a go. But yeah, that's it for now. So check out this song. It's called Unplug Me From Death by me, Eric, aka El Feo Esteban. El Feo. Alright guys, thanks for checking out the podcast. As always, thank you for subscribing, for following, for checking them out. Follow me on Instagram again at Voices From The Planet. Email me voicesfromtheplanet@gmail.com. Let me know what you guys think. Leave me comments. Yeah, that's my phone going off. I don't know if it caught that, but yeah. Whoa, blowing up. But yeah, I'll check you guys out next time. That's all for now from Voices From The Planet. My name is Eric. It's funny, I'm doing that weird voice because I have my microphone on. I'm actually recording the intros and outro for this one with the actual microphone, so if my voice sounds nice and buttery and low, that's probably why. Alright, but yeah, till next time. Peace. Love you guys. I'm up all night again. Alright, I lied. We put some editing. I realize that now, listening to it. I haven't listened to that song in years, but there was some an effect put to the voice, I guess, with probably like Pro Tools or whatever. But yeah, that's all. Sorry, I lied. I'm up all night again, insomnia setting in, pleading thoughts on this paper, wrestling with this pen, waking up dead, in a place I've never been. My wish was granted, I hope I never breathe again, falling back in time, before stars started to shine, the constellations aligned, and ancient studied the skies. I wasn't fine, the planet had a funeral for me, the sun shed a tear, the moon read my eulogy, foolishly, most of you forgot the sacred lessons, dissecting the cosmos while neglecting the heavens, no question. I am the Alpha and Omega, beginning and end. Elohim, the trumpet player, so say a prayer. Secret words were never spoken. Clock in the second hand, my hourglass was frozen. The covenant was broken, smashed by the hands of man. Trying to make my way back before the passing of the sun.